Okay, welcome to North Miami Middle High School.
I'm Tristian Working, number 10, junior point guard.
Name's Greg Sonderfrank, number 24, junior guard.
Nathan Musselman, number 14, junior guard.
I'm Braxton Beall, number 32, junior guard.
Darian Hanley, number 20, sophomore, forward.
Alex Masters, number 22, sophomore, guard.
Parker Johnson, number 30, freshman, guard. I'm Braden Burns, number 40, freshman, forward.
You're watching RTC TV4.
And you're watching RTC TV4.
And you're watching RTC TV4.
Okay, welcome to North Miami Middle High School. We've got the visiting Manchester Squires coming over this evening. The Squires just run out onto the floor. We should have a national anthem here soon, I believe. The Warriors are yet to come out. Tonight, we've got the treat of having Superintendent Mr. Kenneth Hansen on the mic with myself,
Good
Matt
evening,
Storm.
Matt. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I apologize ahead of time. I think we're both amateurs in this role. Of course, Jacob.
I think we both have been out there a lot more than we've been up here.
We have.
Yeah.
Sorry if we get lost in the action. We'll do our best to make it a good experience for you. But Jacob Sherboff, who normally runs this show, was unavailable this evening. I filled in for him to the championship game of the Miami County Tournament. Things went all right, so we're back. Against Matt Storm, Kenneth Hansen, and of course Colton Tolliver helping us run the show here. We'll take a break for the national anthem and come right back afterwards with the starting lineups.
All right, let's keep this good night going with some starting lineups.
You got theirs, Mark?
No, I don't.
Correction, we have the national anthem first. So everyone, please rise, remove your hats, and honor our nation and our military with the national anthem. Thank you.
All right, we would like to thank RTC TV4 for the opportunity to broadcast tonight's event.
We'll try this again. Our starting lineup.
And we'll announce the starting lineups along with the announcer this evening.
Squires of Manchester High School.
We will point out the Squires have one starter not in action. He injured himself last night at practice.
Another guard guard position, a sophomore, number 3, Weston Hamby. At 1 forward position, a junior, number 4, Thane Grieger.
We'll let the announcer make the opening mistakes with any pronunciations and follow his lead. That's Lester.
And at the center position, a senior,
52.
number 0, Logan Parrott.
Okay, the starters for Manchester: 21 Max Carter, number 4 Thane Krieger, number 3 Weston Hamby, number 2 Camden Lester, and number 0 Logan Parrott.
And it looks like Casper was a senior, so they're going to be missing some of that senior leadership today.
Yeah, they have 4 seniors on the roster, and he's one of them. I noticed their record he mentioned is a 4-5, but yet I mentioned the Sagarin ratings to you before the game, and they're listed according to those ratings at the top of our. Recently, Northfield took him to overtime in the consolation game of the Wabash County tournament. So I think they're looking to try to get back on track with the Warriors tonight, which historically, at least recently, in recent history, I think they've won the last 6 meetings and pretty convincingly. So Warriors are trying to break that trend. I know Coach Hawkins has talked a lot about getting a couple key wins here in this stretch to really shift the energy and keep things moving as we work on turning this program around here.
Well, I know this is the time of the year to do that. You get over Christmas break. We had a holiday tournament last week, and I just know being out of the normal routine, being able to spend some time with the guys during the day, over break, this is a kind of a reset button for a lot of teams, and it'll be interesting to see how we come out and play tonight.
Absolutely. The Squires are in a man-to-man defense, and Tristan coughs it up to number 2. That's Lester. He passes off to number 4, who takes the first shot of the game. Krieger hits the 3. All right, let's see if we bounce back from that possession. Sanderson's on the right wing, up top to Hanley. We'd really like to see Hanley get going here. I think his play is going to be a key factor in how the Warriors handle the Squires. They're a little longer than us. I know they've got a 6'7" kid they'll bring off the bench. And Darian's got to play really big for us tonight.
Yeah, I was just looking at their schedule. It looks like they've lost 3 of their last 4, but one of those was in overtime to a large school in Huntington, so they played tough. So it's been hit and miss of late. Yeah. Size-wise, we look like we match up pretty close, though. Yeah,
again, outside of the 6'7" kid that'll come in off the bench, we do match up fairly well. Oh, a good no call there as Darian accidentally tripped up a Squire from behind. Nice take again. Lester being aggressive with the drive and the left-handed finish. He is a left-handed player. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and stay here.
Not the start we were looking for.
No, it's not. And this is a team that we didn't want to fall behind on. I know Coach Hawkins was really concerned about keeping the ball out of the middle of the floor. We haven't seen a drive there yet, but I don't think they have the type of intensity that he was hoping for on this end of the floor. That was really a focus of his this week, and I think he would probably like to hit the redo button and see if he could get them amped up a little bit better to start this one. So Manchester is going to show a little bit of token pressure. They're still in man-to-man. Tristian Working is going to bring it up. Lester's guarding him. Passes it over to Sonafrank. Back screen by Beall. Sonafrank drives it right, then passes back to a cutting Hanley. The ball's out of bounds, and it's the Squires.
Yeah, hopefully we see a little bit of resemblance. We played really well our last game versus Caston. I hope some of that carries over.
Yeah, again, we need an energy guy here. Hands are kind of down. There's not a lot of talking. The gym's kind of quiet. Manchester tried to run that typical backdoor play. It didn't work. They ended up hitting the curl Parrott, and he misses the shot, but goes out of bounds off Hanley. It's nice to see us not fall for the backdoor play there.
Yeah, we Beall did a nice job there.
So we're stacked across the free throw line. Manchester, as they throw it in over the top to 4, that's Krieger. And then number 3, he's kind of the Energizer bunny I've heard for this club. Number 3, he's just a sophomore, Hamby, but he's very fundamental, very quick, and that was exactly what Coach Hawkins was referring to with that
he
middle
looked to be
drive.
real decisive and knew exactly what he wanted to do there.
And talk for a minute about why that's such a priority for us to not let their guards get in the middle of the floor.
Just create so many more options on offense. When you get the ball to the middle, it really puts a lot of pressure on your post guys to have to step up, which just frees up another guy. You got the whole court to work with, whether it's a zone, whether it's man-to-man. If you can get the ball in the high post, especially from penetration, it just breaks down the defense overall.
Absolutely. I always like to think of it in terms of where you can pass it. You can pass it anywhere from the middle of the floor. If you're on the baseline, you've got half of those options available to you. Hanley drives it hard. It's going to go off of.
Stays here.
Yeah, it's going to stay North Miami ball, as it must have went off of Parrott's leg there.
On a health report, is Sonder Frank back and 100%?
That's a nice take, Hanley. Couldn't quite get the finish there. Sorry to cut you off there, Mr. Hansen. Nice help down from Sonder Frank. Parrott jump hook to the middle. Beall goes after the rebound, and we might have an early foul on number 3.
Reach-in foul. Sonder Frank back and healthy?
I wouldn't say that. The little time that I was able to check in this week, he was sitting out of practice with some ice on that knee. It sounds like it's not going to be, I don't remember the official diagnosis. It's not a serious injury, but it's going to be an uncomfortable thing that'll be kind of nagging for
Probably
him.
Something easy to aggravate, I imagine.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. You can see he's not moving real well at this point. That's a charge. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah,
I agree.
He was there. That's one of those, they've got the half circle.
Not in high school, but it's still there, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's not on the floor, but I still think the concept should apply.
Yeah, he was pretty low under the basket.
Yeah, he was.
After this 30-second timeout.
All right, we got another 30. This time we will take a quick break to acknowledge some sponsors here.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo.
Okay, we're back. Early start here. We're not even 3 minutes into the game. Manchester's up 7-0. And number 3, the sophomore guard, Weston Hamby for Manchester, is going to be at the free throw line shooting 2 after the blocking foul on Braxton Beall. And, that's one of those tough calls. It's interesting. It seems like sometimes when you're watching a ball game, officials just kind of they tend to either the block or the charge. I don't know.
It turns to I agree with you, Matt. It becomes contagious.
Yeah.
You get to be on a roll where nobody wants to be the first one to flip the script.
Yep. He's got a great stroke.
He does.
I noticed in warm-up he kind of dips down a little bit, but there's not a lot of extra movement on that shot. I mean, he's got it right on his cheek, and you
jinxed him. That's the golden rule for.
I did.
Announcing basketball. We need to do more of that at Miami.
So Working drags it right, then back out top to Sonder Frank. Gets a ball screen. We're on the right side of the floor. We need a reversal here. Beall is going to
there we go.
a
Got on the board.
from the corner. Nice shot there. Now the Warriors are in the 2-3 zone. There's a little bit of bounce in their step, but the hands are still pretty low.
They got a couple lefties out there. That sometimes takes a little while getting used to on the defensive side.
In my experience, I always felt like lefties had just kind of a natural, fluidity to their movement. They just seem smooth. That one wasn't.
No, he usually hits that shot too. Wasn't a bad shot.
Is that your experience that lefties?
I think in all sports they walk a little different.
Yeah,
their ball naturally moves in baseball, and it's just you watch somebody like last night with James Harden. I mean, they just got a different stride about them.
Musselman gives Working a break, and the Warriors are going to stay in the 2-3. On another lefty, like we were talking about, number 4 Krieger misses, but there's an offensive rebound, and Parrott puts it back in.
Or with Miami, they just need to get a body. We're trying to jump with them, and as opposed to finding somebody to box out.
Yeah, it's just a habit, isn't it? Developing the habit of instinctively going to the body rather than the rim. Nice hard drive by Beall to his left, and he's able to bank it, and the foul. Strong finish. So a spark. Beall is keeping us in the ball game here.
Beall's been a player I've enjoyed watching. I haven't had the opportunity like you to see these guys over the last few years, but I think he just seems to be one of our guys that has a good understanding of the game of basketball. Seems to be in the right place a lot of times. Puts his head down and
get in there. All right, gets a roll. Beall gets the roll. I agree with you. Beall's got a competitive spirit that is always welcomed on the basketball court. Got a middle drive by number 10. He traveled, jump stopped, and then took an extra step. The official thought he dragged his pivot foot. That's number 10, Caleb Stout.
Looked like Tristian got a little bit of a wake-up call, quick breather, and he's back in the game.
Yep. So we're up top. They're still man-to-man, Manchester is. So we'll see what kind of movement we get going here. And the official does not like a screen.
On Beall in the corner.
Yeah, Beall is confused. He didn't think he did much wrong.
Looked like he put his arms up and was moving a little bit.
Yeah.
They don't like it when you stick those elbows out there.
So we're having trouble getting going here, but we're only down to 2 scores at this point. Still in the 2-3 zone. Hamby out front into the corner, back out. They're working that right side of the floor. He feeds Parrott down in the block. Nice pass, and they've got a jump ball.
Good call.
And that's Beall. Beall again is all over the place here.
Big man put the ball down on the floor, and we did what we needed to do to tie him up.
Good example of what Coach Hawkins was worried about with those middle drives. Hamby got it right to the elbow and was able to pass it down. He's a nice passer. Good.
Quick.
Yeah, he's very quick, and the game's not too fast for him. He can go hard to the rim, but still see to make the open pass.
Beall crashing the offensive boards again. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line.
Yep, sometimes, that's just
they're
an
going to give it
effort.
to him out of bounds.
It's just an effort play there, but that's big. And
Coach Hawkins wants the free throw call too.
Yeah, that's that's what Beall brings to this team. He consistently crashes the offensive rebounds, and a lot of times, a lot of the things that you don't do well can be overcome by a little extra effort. 21's got it. That's Max Carter over to the left side to Lester, then back out to the sophomore Hamby. Into 21 and back out. They threw it out of bounds, and Warriors are going to get a chance to cut it to 2 or
Be nice to make it a one-possession game here.
It'd be great. Again, I kind of feel sorry for the fans at this point. It's kind of a flat game, not a good start really by either club. There's Working, nice hit. Drives it right and then raises up and puts it in. Just a 2-point ball game. Manchester's got one reversal on this possession. Hamby drives and kicks to 10, and the 3 is good. That's Caleb Stout.
They seem to be doing what a lot of teams these days, either shooting the 3 or shooting the layup.
Nice cut, inside out look, but Beall's got another look in and out.
In. It was about as close of a miss as a make you could have.
To Lester, drives it baseline, then kicks it over to number 10 again. Stout's got 2 in a row. have to check out these stats in a minute. I don't think he's somebody that's consistently hit a 3 for him. Oh, nice drive by Working off the glass, going to his strong hand. And just as I said, these teams were off to slow starts. We're starting to pick up the action a little bit here.
Yeah, number 10 is doing a nice job stepping up for the injured senior. He's already 4 points above his average.
That's Parrott with another finish. He's got great hands around the basket there. A lot of his teammates, we might be shifting to a zone here, it looks like. Either that or that was a switch. Nope, we're still man.
Yeah, we've seen more points in the last 2 minutes than the first 6.
Beall drives it hard left. He coughs it up. Lester lobs it ahead.
Might be tough to track down.
And Working draws the player control foul. That was a heady play.
A lot of times you don't see that call trailing the play like that. It was going to be hard to catch up to that pass.
You're right. It's a tough call to see, because naturally you're trying to follow the ball and make sure you follow the action there as the official. And it was good for him to keep the eyes on the bodies at the middle of the floor. So we're under a minute of the first quarter. Working's got it out top. We'll see if the Warriors take an early look or hold for the last shot of the quarter. They're down 8. Sonafrank straight away, takes a deep one. He misses it short. Sanderson saves it. Good hustle. Hanley's got it. He feeds Sonafrank on a cut. Picks up his dribble, pivots, back out to Hanley.
Squires have number 45 in the game now.
Hanley got away with carry, I believe, and Working's got it out top. Jump stop, he pivots, back to Sonafrank. Hard drive down the lane line, throws it up, tough shot. That was good defense there. And the Squires are going to get the last shot, it looks like, up to Lester on the left side. Then back up top to number 4, that's Krieger. They're going to play pass and catch. It's 5 seconds, now they'll attack.
Oh, he coughed it up. Go.
Nice defense by Sanderson there, poking it free to take away a last shot opportunity for the Manchester Squires. So at the end of one, we got 18-10 Squires.
Seen a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's Seriously Local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Okay, we're back here. Beall has 6 and Working with 4 for the Warriors at this point. And I'm missing a point on the Squires side, but Caleb Stout hit a couple threes in that first frame. Krieger also connected from 3-point range. Hamby's knocked down a couple free throws. Lester's got a field goal. Parrott's got a couple field goals. So that's what the scoring looks like as we get into the second quarter here. The Warriors are going to have a chance to start this quarter off. Let's talk about how crucial these first couple possessions are in each frame.
It took a while to get this game under a tempo, and yeah, Manchester made a little bit of a run. Getting an opportunity to take advantage of each and every possession is important.
I know that's something a lot of coaches like to try to chart is, how you handle the beginning and end of quarters. And, if we get something out of this possession and then a stop on that end, you're winning the beginning of this quarter. And obviously that's what you're after, because if you do that in each frame, then that's a nice chunk. So we do turn it over there on the inbounds, and Hamby finishes at the basket off a pass from Lester.
He really elevates, plays bigger than he looks.
He's just a sophomore too.
Their pressure is really bothering our guard play right now.
Yeah, and this is where the Warriors need to settle themselves a little bit. There's 2 consecutive turnovers to start off the first 30 seconds of the second quarter. Really need to get a stop here and make something happen on the other end. We're man-to-man on defense.
We got to treat that ball a little more, protect it a little more, treat it a little more importantly.
Nice cut over the top by 45. 45's Kroll. He timed that cut well but missed the bucket. Working's going to drive it hard, and there's going to be a blocking foul around the elbow area there on Lester. I believe that might be his second.
Yeah, I think if he would have had his feet set, he probably would have drew the charge, but he was still moving. Tristan had that arm out there.
It is his second. Hanley's back in the game for Sonafrank. And Musselman's going to inbound the ball for the Warriors. Got a screen by Hanley. They throw it over the top to Working. Hanley's going to come out and ball screen. Working drives it, rejects the screen, drives it back right, gets caught up and throws it off the backboard. See how transition, Musselman does a good job of slowing down the transition push.
Got to find her man.
That's Lester. He misses back iron on the 3.
Musselman did a nice job keeping that ball alive.
I'd love to see Hanley try to drive these, try to drive Kroll there. Working with the hard drive. He can't buy that one with the left hand from the lane, and that's a nice push by Hamby. Got all the way to the rim, couldn't finish, but he left the easy cleanup for Kroll, 45.
Yeah, Hamby just very under control. He goes full speed and knows exactly where the ball's going.
Hawkins does not like this start for the second quarter. 12-point lead to the Squires. Full timeout. We will take a quick break as well.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
Okay, we're back. Warriors have called a timeout after a poor start to the second quarter. A couple turnovers and a couple buckets on the Squires' part, and Coach Hawkins is getting the team collected there. We've just mentioned Coach Underwood always does a great job with Manchester. I know he was a girls' coach for a while, and he's got the boys playing well here. Yeah, the official asked him to head back toward the sideline as he was way out on almost to the free throw lane there, trying to coach his guys up after the timeout. So Working's got it out top, man-to-man defense still. Musselman into Beall, hard drive, and he finishes.
Tough shot.
Nice answer out of the timeout there. Hamby pushes and kicks it over to 4. That's Krieger. Krieger back out to 21. Carter back over to Hamby. He's very shifty. Nice pass over to Kroll.
Nice assist.
Keeps his head up well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's quick. One of the quicker guards I've seen this year.
Well, it's yeah, and I like how he.
Tristan's a very quick kid, and he's not having any problem moving around him right now.
Right. So.
One of the things I noticed this quarter is we've really got to crash the offensive boards. We're getting one shot and we're done. And on the other end, we've got to box out.
And the turnovers, I haven't been tallying them, but we have a lot this quarter. Obviously.
That's at least the third one this quarter.
Yeah. And that's something we haven't done too bad this year. We've handled the ball fairly well. There's a one-pass shot against the 2-3 zone. The Warriors got the ball back. Working's going to pull up for that jump shot he likes on the right elbow. It's not there. Krieger pushes down the center and over to Hamby. Hamby one dribble pop.
Look clean.
Musselman is able to deflect the ball out of bounds, block it, but the official saw some contact. Hamby's going to be on the free throw line. The thing that impresses me about Hamby, not just his quickness, but he just seems like he's always in control. His head's always up. He sees the floor well. They always talk about the game being too fast for some players. It's not too fast for him. And I
think that's what you see from your better players is you're not reactive. You're always one step ahead. Well, and he's dictating that.
Absolutely.
Pace.
And that's impressive for him as a sophomore. Usually that would be part of the game that comes a little later. Nice steal there on Beall's drive by 21. Carter, and he pushes. Krieger ends up with the finish on the break there. It's a 16-point lead now. 28-12. Hanley fakes the handoff at the elbow, looks at the rim, decides to give it to Beall. And there's a hold as Working runs through the lane on number 10. That's on Stout.
Number 4, Krieger, he really plays vertically. He really got up pretty good on that last layup down the other end.
Nice cut down the lane.
Beall followed a shot, kept the ball alive.
That needs to drop. There we go.
Nice set shot.
Sanderson found Musselman on the wing, and he knocks down the 3. We're in the 2-3 zone. Good ball movement back out to Hamby. Hamby answers out top with the 3 of his own. Manchester's in man-to-man defense. Working drags it right, then back to Beall. It's poked free by Stout. He pushes. Working's going to challenge. No.
Touch foul.
I think Working was trying to get out of the way, wasn't he?
Yep. Looked like he got his hand on him right there before.
He ran to challenge, and then it looked like he decided he was just going to.
Got no man's land.
Yep. He kind of had some indecision there just for a half second, and the official saw.
I think it must have affected the kid's shot because he ended up off the backboard pretty hard.
I used to love to do that. You know, just get in position, make him think I'm going to do something, and jump out of the way. And I think that was kind of the thought process.
That's Working's second foul, so he's going to have to be smart these next few minutes.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left in the half. It's a nice free throw shot by Stout there.
Hamby's coming out of the game. We'll see how that affects Manchester's pace here.
Lester's back in. Lester's quite a quick guard himself. Lester's got those 2 fouls as well. So we'll see if we can get something rolling here. Working drags it across the timeline and to the right, over to Sanderson. Sanderson passes to a cutting Hanley, 2 dribbles and back out. Sanderson drives it right.
I'd like to see Hanley try to go around the kid down low in the post.
Yes, I'd like to see him square up and drive a hip. Try to beat some of those other post players that are typically guarding him. 44 collects the pass, can't finish but draws the foul.
Foul number 14, Musselman is second.
It's on Musselman, number 2, and 44, Austin Underwood will be on the free throw line. I'm going to assume this is Coach's son.
He's got some height to him. Coach is pretty tall over there.
Yep, they kind of look the same. Misses the first one. He'll have another shot here. He does make the second, and Sana Frank's at the bench, subbing in for Musselman.
Squires have pulled away here to a 19-point lead, so see if we can get this back in closer to single digits going into the half.
It'd be nice to win, you know, the last couple minutes here of this quarter just to get some momentum. I agree. Hanley's got it out top. We do get a reversal there. We're moving the ball up top to Working. Drives it left, picks it up, back over to Sana Frank on the right wing. Sana Frank's got his dribble. He fakes a couple passes, takes one, picks it up. To Hanley. Over to Working. Working drives it hard and kicks to Malachi Sanderson.
Nice high arching 3 from the corner.
That's a shot he can shoot. That's a good possession by the Warriors there. Sanderson can hit that shot, and we've got the guys that are quick enough to draw his defender. I think that's a good strategy. Nice defense by Beall, recovering and blocking the ball out of bounds.
Could have been a carry call there, I thought, possibly. A little high stack. You don't see that too often. Whoa.
That probably was a foul on Sanderson. Kind of
looked like he almost tripped.
Closing out a little harder. There was a better effort to block out by the Warriors there. Working, hustles down the floor, avoids going out of bounds with the ball, and Sanderson's got his second in as many possessions, and just what we were talking about, we're seeing a little bit of a spark.
Sanderson's capable of getting streaky and getting hot, and it'd be nice to see him shoot a couple more here.
4 gets an open look, Krieger, and he's going to bury that one.
That was a pretty shot.
They've got several guys that have a nice form. They really focus at the rim. They don't rush their shot.
They are, I could see them being a hard team to defend when they all got it rolling.
Yeah. Sana Frank misses his attempt from 3. And the Squires have it back. Krieger with the ball. Dribbles it down to the baseline, misses the shot. Offensive rebound by 21. Carter comes out to Lester. He misses badly. Another offensive rebound by 21 Carter, and he's fouled.
Yeah,
so
we are on our heels right now defensively.
Boards hurt us there. We hit those shots, and we had a little bit more bounce in our step down here. And then, I mean, it's just interesting, you know, how making shots has such an impact on the game, you know, both ends. I just think it makes you play a little different when a couple shots fall. And, you know, that was where their three was so big, I think, is because it kind of killed that little bit of momentum that we were feeling.
Think we're almost into the second quarter. You're getting to the point of the game where that adrenaline's wearing off, and their bench looks to be a little deeper. They're running 9 guys in, and we're running 6, and it's we see how this half finishes before we get to halftime.
Carter's going to hit both free throws.
Lead back up to 18.
Carter's also a sophomore.
He's a good-sized kid.
Yep, Working's going to drive it right over to Sanderson. His hot streak's over. He missed that one, and Hanley knocks it out of bounds.
That was a quick shot, unlike his first 2. He just didn't have his feet set.
Yeah. He is a momentum shooter. I mean, he can hit 6 or 7 in a row. Something about watching the ball go down. So the 2-3 zone here. Musselman goes for the steal, and they kick it out to open, but they missed a shot. Musselman loses it. Sonafrank picks it up, drives it, and kicks to Sanderson. Then out to Working. Working drives it hard left, knocked away out of bounds.
They're not calling that reach-in call. It could have been called out a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, we are at 1 minute. Warrior ball underneath the basket. Nice cut. I like that play. Working can't get it to fall. 52, the long kid ends up with the rebound.
I've not seen a team with this many lefties, Matt, in a while.
Yeah.
They've got 3 or 4 of them.
They've made right-handedness nice steal by Working. He finishes.
Nice finish with his right. It's good to see him do it right.
Yeah, that's something he's really worked on over the years is that right hand. And it was nice to see. That was a challenge shot. Went up strong and was able to finish soft. And it looked, a lot of people talk about missed layups, but sometimes when you're going that hard and so fast, it is hard to finish soft and drop it in the basket.
He used his body well to protect the ball and drew the contact. 3-point play.
Yep.
Gonna get a break. 22, Masters coming into the game.
Masters in the game, yep. He subs for Working. Played a nice JV game tonight. Let's see if he can provide a spark on the defensive end.
Coach Hawkins with a smart sub there, not making sure Tristian picks up his 3rd foul. Looks like they're comfortable waiting here for one shot.
Coach Hawkins is telling his guys to wait. It's down to 10 seconds here as they were showing some antsiness.
Good pressure.
Get a trap after he picks the ball up. Stout gets it back, 1 dribble left, and he buries it at the buzzer.
Big was shot. A perfect 3 for 3 the first half.
Big shot. So at halftime, we've got the Manchester Squires with 42, and the Warriors have 24. We'll take a break and try to do some math with our stats for you right after the break.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
At Oliver Ford, we reach beyond your dealership expectation, help you in making fun decisions on your new vehicle, or let it try our professional touch by our service and parts department. We are the only Indiana new and used car dealership that has won the President Award 17 times. With over 100 years of sales experience, we're here to hold your hand from start to finish, with no pressure or gimmicks. Contact us today.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports.
They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet, and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
Okay, we're back. It's halftime. Manchester Squires 42, North Miami Warriors 24. Some of the scoring here at halftime. Logan Parrott has 4 points. Couple finishes by the bucket there. He's been set up a couple times, I believe, by Weston Hamby, who has 10. Camden Lester with 2. Krieger has 8. Stout had a big first half with those 3 threes, 2 in a row early on, and then that third one at the buzzer to have 11 points at the half. Carter's got 2. Underwood hit a free throw, and Creedon Kroll also had a couple finishes by the bucket for 4 points. For the Warriors, Tristian Working's got 7. Malachi Sanderson hit a couple threes in the row in the second quarter for 6 points. Nate Musselman's got 3, and Braxton Beall with 8. Most of Braxton's scoring was early on, keeping the Warriors in right after the opening tip. So you've got Matt Storm again, and Jacob Sherboff's absence tonight, and Mr. Kenneth Hansen is on the microphone with me tonight. If you've had a chance to get some of those nachos down, what do you think about second half?
I think the key to getting back in this game is going to be eliminating our turnovers. I think when Manchester made a run, they were getting some easy baskets, and we were handing the ball over to them. So if we can play tough defense and make Manchester earn it, you never know. A couple threes, 2 or 3 threes, give you a little momentum and give us a chance to get back in the game.
I had some nachos earlier as well.
Yeah, I ate a little jalapeno there.
I had a few. How many jalapenos do you go for?
I asked light this
Light?
evening.
Yeah. Did they do a good job?
Yeah, not bad.
Barb always hooks me up.
She does. She's got everything rolled out there. They go through. She said they were already sold out of pizza tonight, so they're doing a nice job.
That's great. We do have a nice outing tonight. I mean, it's one of those over the break ball games, and sometimes those are a little different atmosphere. We're coming off of that holiday tournament. We got to host it at North Miami this year. Of course, the gym was packed, and it was exciting here for that. So not quite the same atmosphere, but we've got a good showing from our student section, and they've been involved.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a slow arriving crowd tonight, but it's filled out nicely.
So the Squires, we mentioned Braden Casper, one of their 4 seniors who typically starts. I think he's their second leading scorer on the season. He's not playing tonight. He injured a foot or an ankle of some type in practice last night, and they've been impressive. Like you said, they've got lots of fundamental players, interchangeable parts.
2, 3, and 4, I think Lester, Casper, and Hamby really play well with each other, and right now are kind of picking and choosing what they want to do on the floor. So a couple of those are lefties, like we mentioned a few times, but see if we can come out here and at least make them work for it on offense and come away with a few stops.
Yeah, we mentioned the depth of the Manchester bench. Despite having one of their starters out with injury, they're still getting some more guys in the ball game. And, of course, the Warriors have typically a 6-man rotation. I know that Coach Hawkins has been working a lot at really developing that 7 and 8 maybe in practice, and it's been something it's been a priority, but one guy can provide a pretty big impact in your rotation.
Seeing Coach Hawkins put practice into motion, our guys are in good shape, but right now we're not 100% across the board, and when we're not that deep, it's asking a lot out of the guys we have out there.
Yeah, I know he probably talked with the team at halftime about that defensive intensity and how he probably thought we might have missed. Nice drive and kick down low, but
got away with one.
Yep, Parrott missed the layup. Workings were at 5-on-4 after Lester went for that steal. Lester recovers, and we're man-to-man on defense for nice drive and finish by Working. That's a better start. That's a stop and a score. That's the start that you want. See if we can build on it. It's a 16-point ball game. Lester's got it on the left side, back to Hamby.
Not too many kids can pull that off at the high school level.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the last phase that you develop as a player, don't you think? I mean, you learn how to hit the layup, and, you can drive it to the rim. You learn how to shoot the perimeter shot. But that last phase is that in-between game where you one or two hard dribbles and pull up.
And you're not going to find too many defenders as quick as Tristian in front of you, and he's really picking what he wants to do right now.
Yep. Inbounds play, finds an open man in the corner.
Alki did a nice job blocking out there.
Krieger missed that shot, and Working's going to bring it up. Working drags it right, off to Sanderson, back out top to Sonafrank. We're going to get a reversal to Hanley. Hanley drives it hard. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, that can happen a lot more than it does.
I know, man. Any post player that comes out on him on the perimeter like that, I think they're really putting themselves in a spot, and we just need Darian Hanley, our sophomore, to be a little more aggressive like he was there.
And I think that'll come with the more experience he gets.
Yep. Great athlete. He's just got to develop that confidence. Lester able to get one to finish as he's losing balance there. And Hamby
took off 20 feet away and saw that pass coming.
Great anticipation.
On that last drive, it would have been nice to see one of our guys step in front. We could have drew a charge there, I think.
Yep, Manchester didn't get anything out of the extra possession. And Working comes down and drops in an 18-footer. The lead is 16. So we're trading buckets here. We do need to get stops if we need to make it interesting.
Forced a tough shot there.
There's another stop. Sonafrank picks up the rebound. Working is going to bring it up across the timeline.
The other thing I've noticed is Manchester keeps switching off who's guarding Tristian. They're making him work at that. He's had 2 or 3 different guys on him.
I think several teams have adopted that strategy where they want to keep somebody fresh on him. When you've been a leading scorer at the same school for multiple years and you're not even a senior.
No, he definitely gets the attention of the scouting report.
He draws that attention, absolutely. But that's one of those things. That's where Tristian's really grown, is he's learning what that does for the team. How he can use that to help create opportunities for others, and it's coming together. Lester hits the second one from the free throw line. The lead 17. Working's going to dribble it across midcourt. The Warriors start moving. They run a motion offense here. Lots of cutting, screening. Whoa. Nice move, nice defense. That was
a tough shot.
That was great defense, and Beall's offense.
Beall elevated and then looked at the rim.
Yep, it was his good offense beats good defense. Isn't that what they say? And that was
He's got a knack for that. Those go in more than they go out for him.
Yep. He's a very instinctive player. Hamby tries to turn the corner. Working's there, so he kicks it back out, then in and back out. That's the look that everybody wants. Hamby knocks it down. The inside-out pass. Last time.
And continue to be impressed with him. Just a very fundamental player. I think he's quicker with the ball than without it, it almost looks like. Each shot looks the same.
He does not, again, I know I've mentioned this, he does not play like a sophomore.
No.
Got a foul on Sonafrank.
It's not a bad
transition there. No, it's not. He was gonna score, pass off for a bucket there. Fouled him early on, making him take the ball out of bounds. It isn't a bad foul. It's an 18-point lead here. Warriors need to find some stops and score here. Lester's got it out top. Sonafrank's guarding him. Man-to-man defense. Lester drives it left, up off the glass and in.
Lester with the basket.
Lester's a nice guard as well.
Oh.
Tristian tries to find Beall on a roll, and they're not on the same page. Soft finish by Hamby. Was sprinting the floor.
Starting to make a run here. We need to be able to find a bucket.
They found, I missed who gave him that nice pass, but.
I think it was number 2.
Lester. That would make sense. The guards working together there. Lester taps it out of bounds, out of Beall's hands, and Musselman subs in for Sonafrank. We mentioned it at halftime off the air, I believe, but Sonafrank, you can tell that knee is bothering him a little bit. He's not quite as quick and
I think
confident.
it just goes to show how tough of a kid he is, though. He's out there trying to play for his teammates, and you can tell he's frustrated because when you're not able to do what you're used to capable of doing, it's hard to play within those limitations.
Yep, I've been there before. Tristan drives it hard left, and he draws the foul from Stout. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
A lot of these buckets of late from Manchester have come off turnovers and getting easy buckets. We got to eliminate those.
Don't you think? I mean, I know Coach Hawkins is liking those aggressive plays because that's a big part of cutting into a lead. Is being able to get to the free throw line and score points while the clock stopped. And obviously. Well, usually good things happen when you're able to get some penetration on, you can find some opportunities for some kick-out threes and whatnot. Tristan hit both, I believe, and the Warriors are now in a zone. Hamby drives around the top and finishes. He makes that look easy.
Yeah, that was not an easy misdirection on top. That was a crossover without crossing over.
Sanderson open look from the corner, and he knocks it down.
It's a sweet spot over there, isn't it?
Yep. Hamby pushes it up to Stout. Stout drives it middle, and then it's called for the travel. He jump stopped. Must have drugged the pivot foot, or maybe took an additional step after the jump stop.
Yeah, I think he just didn't, kind of a double hop.
So let's see if the Warriors can cut it. It's 20. Musselman's got it out top. He's going to drive it left and then pick it up, look back right. Beall cuts back door, gets the bounce pass, can't quite finish, but he does keep it alive on the offensive board.
Strong take.
Working, stops the ball. Lester drops it off for 4, and then the ball's zipping around there.
We did a nice job recovering defensively there, too.
Lester picks it up, then finds Stout in at the elbow. Back out to Krieger, and then over to Hamby. Hamby drives it and dishes. He's got that little pocket pass down.
Yeah, I think we're a little tired right now. Hands are off down to our sides. Be nice to see if we can get a break here somehow.
Working, drives it right. He leans away a little bit, but is able to get that shot to fall. Again, that's that difficult off-the-dribble jump shot that we mentioned in the first half.
Likes to kind of go to his right when he pulls up, doesn't he?
Yep. Hamby manages to get by Musselman and lays it high off the glass with the left hand.
He's got to be pushing 20.
He's got 8 plus 3 this quarter. I'll do the math in a minute here. Hanley, nice strong right-handed drive again. He kicks it out to Sanderson. He misses everything this time. Working, saves it to a cutting Sanderson. And foul on Hamby.
Foul number 3, Hamby, his third, Squire third.
You don't ever judge a book by its cover, because if you were looking out there on the court, looking at those 10 kids, Hamby would be the youngest looking one out there. Impressive player.
I do have Hamby for 21.
21.
At this point, if that's right.
That sounds about right.
Yep. For Krieger, over to Lester. 21 Carter cuts through the middle, then back out. Lester wants to drive it right hand, then he leaves it for Krieger. Krieger drags it out top, then reverses to, I'm sorry, that was Carter. Carter then reverses to Krieger. Krieger takes the jump shot, knocks it down.
Krieger with the jumper, Krieger.
And the Warriors
24-point game now.
Yep, 24-point game. We're under a minute. Working's going to take the jump shot and knock it down. Some pressure, full court, and Beall's going to draw. Oh, how? I don't agree with that one. Beall, first half he had a play like that where he was in that we thought he was kind of under the rim, and that's maybe partly why he didn't get the call. That one he seemed to be. I don't know.
A lot of times in basketball, guys can take a foul and not pay the price, and Beall was there and actually get lowered his shoulder a little bit, and I thought he was there.
I thought he was too. I thought that was an easy call, but
he's pretty frustrated.
Yeah. It's so discouraging too because that doesn't feel good. You know, when
he got hit hard.
When somebody just barrels into you like that, it doesn't feel good. Masters is going to sub in for Beall. 22, Alex Masters in. He's going to stretch the defense on the free throw here as Stout knocks down his second.
Coach has got to be pleased with his performance. He's a guy they probably haven't had to play much this year, and he's having a nice game.
UCLA cut by Hanley off the top. Masters then reverses to Working. Working drives it hard left. Tries to pass it over to Hanley, but it's deflected. Stout drives it, leaves it for 4, and finishes. Krieger with the finish. You know, I wish I would have been keeping track of the assist stat because I do think that Manchester has several of those tonight.
Yeah, they distribute the ball. They're not a very selfish team.
Musselman gets a look as time expires here, and we've got a 26-point ball game to go into the fourth quarter. We will take a break.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? Because it's my friends.
Okay, we're back. North Miami High School, Mr. Hansen and Mr. Storm broadcasting tonight. Again, like to thank RTC TV4 for the coverage. We're covering for Jacob Sherboff tonight, who couldn't make it, but we do have, thankfully, otherwise we would not be here, but we've got Colton Tolliver helping us out, doing a great job with the camera and the computer. So as we start the fourth frame here, what are some things we want to get out of this? Well, if you're coaching the Warriors, down 26, 8 minutes to play, what are you telling the team?
One, you got to try to win the quarter. You don't want to get into bad habits. You want to see your kids play hard, work on things that we need to get better on. I really hopefully challenging them on taking care of the ball. Manchester does a good job pressuring it, but they're not forcing these turnovers. Good start here.
Yeah, great start. They executed a play well, brought Musselman off of a double screen, and then Beall was one of those double screeners. He flashes to the ball around the elbow, catches it, drives it hard, gets fouled, and finishes. Excellent execution on that play to start the fourth. Can't get the extra free throw to fall for him. The pressure is extended, 1-3-1 zone.
First time they've showed this tonight. Maybe it'll cause some few issues.
21's able to catch it in the middle and take a hard dribble and then finish. That's Carter. Working leaves his feet after faking it and pivoting, and Musselman drives it left, loses his balance, but gets it to Working, who drives it and draws a foul by Hamby.
Hamby should be in a little bit of foul trouble here. It's at least number 3.
Oh, he got him for 4, yeah.
It's about the only thing he's struggling with tonight.
He had the right idea. He was trying to cut that baseline off, and he was showing his hands, but there was contact with the body. Working.
Nice shot.
Tough shot. He lost his balance there on the contact and was able to
threw it up, and sometimes those go in.
Was able to play the glass and drop it in there. So
got that was Tristan's 25th point.
Spark.
He had a big third quarter.
Well, and Working, I think, you know, especially in games like this, you've got to worry, you know, you don't want him to get into that mode where he's trying to create his own shot all the time. And, you know, in this ball game, do you agree? I mean, you know, rather than fall into that trap, you know, you need him to be focused on, you know, executing the actions that are going to help us get better. You know, but how do you get? I mean, he's in a ball game. He's competing. You know, I mean, that's a difficult thing to do, I think.
Working at the line to shoot 2.
Because he's a workhorse. I mean, just like we just saw, he's going to continue to drive it hard and attack. You know, but the Warriors need to continue, you know, to work on the things outside of that.
And I think the other 4 out there, coach has got to remind them that they've got to look for that opportunity to cut, look for that opportunity to drive. We saw Darian earlier in the third make a drive that we'd like to see him, you know, make 5 or 6 times a game that he's capable of doing. So,
but I know
it's tough.
A lot of times, you know, in the past, Working gets into those modes, and the other players on the court want to watch. Rather, they kind of stop playing. That's what we need to avoid here. We'll go ahead.
And I think there's, you know, if this is a 5-point game, it's one thing. When you're in a game where you're down 24, I'm with you, Coach. We need to, you know, work on trying to make some strides in the areas.
Yeah, this becomes a practice where
I think right now Coach Hawkins is looking at our zone has been pretty stagnant. They're kind of driving that well right now, seeing if we can get over and stop penetration.
Absolutely. We still have we might as well stay here. It is a full timeout, but we'll go ahead and stay here. I do appreciate that, even though tonight's not going well on the scoreboard, you know, our student section's still on their feet. You know, that's nice to see. They're supporting their classmates.
Cheerleaders doing a nice job.
Cheerleaders are loud, in unison. They put in a lot of time as well. Yeah, but like you say, at this point, this game becomes almost a practice type of thing where you're, you know, instead of going against the JV group, you're going against a pretty sound ball club, and it's a good opportunity to get better. Here's the defense we don't show much. 1-2-2, half court. Hamby's got it out on the left side. He kicks
it
over to Krieger. Good ball movement. 21's in the middle there. That's Carter.
They run a little 2-1-2.
He drops onto the baseline. Hamby drives and kicks. Hanley's going to kick it with his foot out of bounds.
There's still a part of me that wants to say reset the 24-second shot clock. That just doesn't happen in high school ball.
Yeah,
see what we do here.
Oh, they're going to screen for Hamby and then cut at the free throw line. Hamby's one dribble right, pull up. He missed that one. Gets his own rebound.
There we go.
Working, collects the steal, pushes,
nice
leaves
pass.
it for Sanderson. Sanderson finishes. Way to execute the transition there.
First 2-point field goal for Malachi.
And the 1-2-2, back to it on the defensive end. Manchester finds a way in.
Their hands up a little bit.
The middle to Carter. They're zipping the ball all over the place. Good drop there by Working.
Darian got a deflection there as well.
Working pulls up in transition, misses that jump shot. Beall flies through, but can't deflect the rebound, and Hamby's bringing it back the other way.
I think there's one of those possessions you're talking about. We need that shot any time.
Yep, we might as well get something, work on getting better offensively.
That guy knocks down a jumper for him.
Underwood.
Underwood with the basket.
And Manchester's going to imitate our defense now that we've just seen the Warriors switch to. They're in a 1-2-2 as well. Musselman's going to
He's tall kid.
He is long. He's 6'7". I called him the long man earlier.
Yeah.
His name isn't long.
Borgman.
It's actually Borgman. He was showing off in warm-up. He's plenty long to dunk it.
Doesn't take too long to dunk it?
He can dunk it several different ways. And
first we've seen him tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that after seeing him in warm-up that he wasn't really on the court that much.
And Beall right here did a really nice job boxing out. Drew an over-the-back call actually on the tall, on Borgman, so gets the trip to the charity stripe. That did not look like his normal shot.
It didn't. He kind of shot it on the way up, kind of. Hamby drives it hard, finishes with the left.
Hamby with the lay-in.
He gets up there.
He's a good athlete. He's not real big. He's listed at 5'9". but he's quick and he's fairly explosive. Again, I don't know if you would pick him first, just walking in the gym and splitting teams up. But
nice pass. Real nice pass.
That was a nice look. Darian Hanley gets the finish. See if we can get another stop here. It's a 24-point lead, 4 minutes and 15 left in the game. Hamby's going to pass it over to Krieger. Krieger down to Carter. Carter's going to flash in the middle of the zone as they zip it around. Hamby's going to take the three from the wing and miss back iron. Musselman gets the rebound, immediately throws it up to Sanderson, and then Hamby knocks his pass out of bounds. Warrior ball out of bounds.
Be the only critique of Hamby's game tonight is it takes him a little while to get that shot off. He's deliberate, hasn't had to rush it, but
I agree.
He's got a little bit of a slow release.
He takes just a half a second to dip down. And
I think his night's done tonight.
Right, I agree with you. That makes his shot a little slower than it needs to be. But I also think he has demonstrated he's really more of a pass-first type of guy. He's always looking for who he can get it to. Beall smacked his head on the floor there. Yeah, they need to stop the action there. And Tyler Hudson, the athletic trainer, is going to come out and check on Braxton Beall there and make sure he's all right.
Yeah, when he fell back,
Colton, let's go ahead and take a quick break while they check in with Braxton.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Now in the game for the
Okay, we are back, and Braxton Beall, as we come back, comes to his feet, gets a round of applause, and he leaves the floor. He was pressuring the ball and kind of got bumped and
hit his head when he fell back.
Yeah, he smacked his head on the floor. You could hear the thud from up here, so they're kind of
wood floor is not very forgiving.
They're going to follow that concussion protocol. Tyler Hudson, the new athletic trainer over here, will do a good job with him. And then leaves it for 45, up strong. Cruel can't finish. Working collects the long rebound, pushes down the left side, drives it hard, then up and in off the glass.
Nice finish. Parker Johnson entered the game for North Miami, getting his first minutes of the night as a freshman.
This is good for Parker. Parker consistently, nice help side defense by Tristian Working.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. He was in position, and he still did a nice job of selling it as well.
Yep. Another freshman is going to join Parker Johnson. Braden Burns is going to come in for Malachi Sanderson. We've got two freshmen on the court now. This will be a good 3 minutes for them. Try to, again, like we mentioned earlier, the Warriors are looking for, those number 6, 7, and 8. Try to figure out who those guys are. Develop.
There's only one senior on the roster for North Miami, so they're definitely.
That is true. That is true. Malachi Sanderson's the only senior Warrior, so everybody will be back. Musselman's going to take the deep three from the left side. Parker Johnson gets the rebound, but then coughs it up, and Carter's going to push it down. And he misses the left-handed finish. Stout's going to get the follow.
Both of these freshmen, I imagine, next year are going to be a little bigger and stronger. They both look fairly young.
Yes, Parker Johnson is actually a really strong freshman. That's something that, he is able to hold his own, at least with what I've seen in practice. Braden's got some more room to grow with that area. Braden very confident shooting the ball from the perimeter. 52, that's Borgman, the long.
I'll tell you what, if he can knock that down and jump, I'm surprised he doesn't.
Yeah.
maybe it was a mismatch tonight a little bit. We don't have too many bigs underneath, so.
Could be. Musselman bounces it into Johnson. Johnson leaves it for Hanley. Nice passing there on the Warriors' part. Parker Johnson picks up the assist to Hanley. Nice play there. We're down to 1:24. The Warriors stay in this 1-2-2 zone. Musselman gets the steal up top and then passes it. Working, collects it before it goes out of bounds and then misses. Parrott with the rebound on the weak side, and Carter's going to bring it up for the Squires.
They played good defense there last possession. Forced a turnover.
Stout bounces it into Parrott. One dribble toward the middle, and he jump hooks and misses, but gets the foul.
We got that as Hanley's first foul of the night.
Foul number 20. Hanley, his first, Warrior fourth.
It's been a fairly quick game.
It has been. I think both teams had 7 fouls apiece in the first half, so there weren't a lot of bonus free throws. And as we close out, we're under a minute in the fourth quarter. The Warriors only have 4 fouls in the half. And Parrott's going to knock both free throws down. Working pushes up to Burns. Burns doesn't quite have enough room for the look. Working back to Working. He's going to drive off the screen and miss. The 17-footer. Squire ball, 40 seconds left. Musselman got a hand in there on Stout and caused him to get out of control a little bit and got to travel. Warriors are going to... What do you do here? Do you just keep chugging away, or do you
Nothing to lose. I think
try to handle this situation and take the last shot?
Yeah, try to play fundamental ball, and if you get a shot, go for it, but they're still playing pretty aggressively defensively. So
Working drives it hard down the middle. It's deflected, and then the Squires come up with it. Stout gets it up ahead.
Well, as we wrap up this game, our girls got another big win last night.
They did. They beat Argus on the road.
12-3.
They're doing very well. It's so nice to Working contests the pass and comes up with the steal, finishes as time expires here. And that's going to be our final score. Manchester Squires 80 and North Miami 56 tonight. As the teams shake hands, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back for final statistics and thoughts before we call it an evening.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Okay, welcome back to North Miami High School. We've got final stats and thoughts for you as the Manchester Squires come in and come away with a big win tonight. For the Squires, we mentioned Caleb Stout's game. Probably we're assuming that he doesn't play as much as he did tonight because Braden Casper was the starter that did not play tonight due to a recent injury. He had 15 points for them, several threes. Like you said, he really performed well. But some of the other scoring, Parrott had 6, Lester 9. Hamby was very impressive with 23, several assists as well. Krieger had 12. We just mentioned Stout's 15. Carter had 4. Underwood with 3. Krull had 6. And Borgman 2. For the Warriors, Tristian Working led the way with 24 points. Malachi Sanderson had 11. Nate Musselman 3. Darian Hanley had 6. And Braxton Beall finished with 12. The Lady Warriors will be at Manchester High School tomorrow night. Look forward to that one. I believe both of those clubs just coming off of their county tournament wins recently. And so that will be exciting to go check that out.
It'll be a big conference game.
Yeah, it will be a big game. So we'd like to thank RTC TV4 again and all of our sponsors for the coverage here at North Miami High School. It's great to showcase what our young people are doing athletically and how they're learning from these opportunities. Colton Tolliver's done a great job. We're filling in for Jacob Sherboff tonight. I'm Matt Storm, and Kenny Hansen's been helping me out. Kenny, what are some final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Yeah, it was just a tough matchup for us. I think Manchester had 4 or 5 guys, I guess, could go in double figures any night, and was just a well-rounded team, played well, did what they needed to do. We were handicapped a little bit, I think, with an injury. Greg definitely was not himself, and he's a I think a guy that really provides a lot of heart for us. He's the motor a lot of times for us defensively, and you could just definitely tell he was frustrated not being able to go 100%. So Tristan played a good game, scored some points there the second half. We've definitely got things to build upon. It's just challenging when you're, one team's playing 6 and the other team's playing 9. It's tough to keep up. Basketball is a demanding sport physically, and there's only so far the body can go going 100% the whole game. So
absolutely.
No, I think we are, like I said, at that point of the season where, you want to put some good quality wins together. The casting game in the holiday tournament was a good win for us. So hopefully we can put this one behind it, learn from it, get off to a good week of practice early on, and turn around next week. And the nice thing about basketball is you always got another game to look forward to. So
absolutely. It's a long season, and again, I know Coach Hawkins, he really smells this thing turning. We need kind of a breakthrough win at some point. And tonight could have been that.
Teams we can pressure and turn the ball over, we're going to, I think, have some success against. And tonight they were a pretty fundamentally sound team handling the ball.
They were. I agree. The depth played a big role in tonight's ball game. So we'll thank you again. the Manchester Squires come away with the conference win tonight at North Miami. And, again, we appreciate all your help. Have a great night.